Hey, howdy, partner. So today's Wednesday, day 61, I think, for me. Now, I didn't post a sketch yesterday because, well, I didn't have time to do one, so I'm doing two today. Is that cheating? Yeah, because I've put a date on it yesterday. In history, you'll never know, will you, unless you refer to this video. So I'm being honest, but I'm also being dishonest. That's crafty. Anyway, glorious sunshine, hence the hat, big brim. Look after the neck as well as the head, because without much hair, direct sunlight, not a good thing. And I do like my hats. So, paintings. Here we have 4 paintings today. Yes, it's an egg. Yes, it's another egg. And yes, another egg. And you'll never guess what this one is. It's another egg. Now, I did these quite a few years ago now when I was at Norton Lane Artist Studios. We had an exhibition at the Attenborough Centre, and we decided to theme it on food, which I never liked themed shows anyway, but I did manage to do those 4. There's another one with a naked me, a bit of Dali, and an egg. And there was another one with lots of eggs and lots of like splattery red stuff, which wasn't meant to be, the monthly thing. Anyway, let's not get on that because I'll show you those later on in the series. So those 4 eggs, very simple, very different from each other, because all eggs are different from each other. There's nothing identical about them. Some have 1 yolk, some have 2 yolks, some have nothing in them at all. Although that's never happened to me, but I have heard of it. And the shells, of course, you can put a pinhole, blow them out, draw pictures on them, put them around your house as decoration. I used to do that as a kid. That was a thing when I was young. Doesn't seem to happen anymore. I don't know why. You can use egg yolk to paint with, called egg tempera, but that seems like a waste of an egg to me. So anyway, more news. I don't know if you saw the photos, but I've been burning bits of an old fence in my little galvanised stove thing. You can't cook on it, I don't think. Well, you can because I cook toast on it. Remember the days when you used to put a piece of bread on a bit of a long fork and put it by the open fire and toast it and the butter was melting in the hearth? That never happens anymore. People don't know how to live. Anyway, I've got an ordinary fork, got my hand rather hot, and it toasted much quicker than the toaster, and it tasted so much better. But I digress, because the ash from that, ash is very good to put in your compost, and into the soil, plants grow. But then I discovered it's not all powder from my fire. Some of it's big chunks like that. And guess what? You can draw with it because it's charcoal. So I've rescued some big bits, and later on today I'm going to get really black hands and I'm going to draw with these. Don't know what I'm drawing yet, but I'm going to draw with these, definitely. Waste not, want not. So there we go. Just a quickie. Don't think I've got anything else to mention. Now, talking life. Should we talk about life now? Deaths from COVID-19 are now in decline, but one death is one death too many. However, everybody dies. And maybe this is just a natural occurring thing from nature to call human numbers. And it usually fails because we just get more and more of us every year. But the last one was 100 years ago with the Spanish flu. And I'm just wondering, I haven't dug up any information yet, and I'm just wondering if there was something similar 100 years before that. Maybe it's a 100-year cycle. When was the Black Death? That needs looking into, I think. It might just be a natural occurrence that just happens to wipe out, vast numbers of people. We all go. It doesn't matter how long you live. What matters is what you do while you're here. Do you have a good time? Do you help other people? Do you hurt other people? That's not good. Do you develop as a person? Do you develop talents? So that when you do pass over, and I don't believe you just vanish, I believe you get somewhere, energy, nothing ever lost in the universe, it just changes. And I believe that just changes us. We get released from our bodies and become some other kind of energy. But I still believe with some intelligence, but maybe more intelligence because we're not trapped by our brains and the neural pathways. Sometimes we jump out of our brains, don't we? We have these leaps of knowing. I think that's what we call it. Premonitions. Things you can't know, but you do know. So anyway, that's a little bit of spiritualism creeping through. It's still in my blood, still in my veins, still in my heart. Even though I don't particularly like all the trappings that go with it now. But that's another story. So I think I might call it a day. How long have we been going? 7 minutes. That's quite long. I've got other things I want to say. I don't know if I should say them here. They're a bit too personal, maybe. Okay, yeah, we'll forget that then. Let's stick to the art and the life. Okay, so have a great day. Stay safe. Avoid contact with other people. Don't go to the parks where they're full of people. That's not going to help. Because even if you've got masks on and you don't touch each other, you are touching the benches. You are touching the grass. You are touching rubbish bins. The ice cream man. There's an ice cream man drives around here regularly now. Like there's no problem. Well, how does he pass the ice cream through the window? Does he wear rubber gloves? Does he change those gloves every customer? No, of course he doesn't. So it's on the virus. The virus is, if it's on him, then it's on the ice cream cone, and then it's on the child, and then the child brings it into the house, gives it to mummy or daddy. Mummy and daddy think it's fine to go in their mummy and daddy's house, pass it on to their parents, they die, everyone blames the government. Take some responsibility for yourselves. And on that cheery note, I'm definitely going to go. Have a good day. Love all hurt not and walk in soft shoes.